Yo, you know it's rapper VVS Diamond. Let the world know this. Big up all my fans. Them. TikTok, Instagram, iHeartRadio. It's crazy. I'm a Caribbean. I'm a Caribbean boy. I was born in Jamaica. Been in the state from '05. Um, I never know what I was coming to do. My most likely was a 9 to 5. I have people who uh, actually have me focus on music. Uh, just because the shift is in the music so much, it's not like one time. And so hopefully my involved in the music can make it to be something what somebody can really sit back and think about, not just because I said it, but the music is so shift where, you know, I remember first time you can play a song and it can satisfy you, or you can get something from it, but now basically the music is just a hook and a beat. So hopefully I can, shift it a little bit. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens here. Our biggest artist, our biggest focus, it was Bob Marley. When we are a Caribbean country. We do so much with music, but that was our biggest aim about any musician or music. And the world know about Bob Marley, so I don't have to go through the demonstration, but that's that's definitely where we started music. But as I say this to say that, and I'm gonna just stay on this page for 5 minutes. I remember when Jamaica has all the music and the rhythm and the dance and all that. And now Africa, which I don't have a problem, I don't want this to be a beef in the media, but Africa is taking the whole thing together because we're not following the tradition of the music where it used to be. We don't have a problem because the music must shift around. Like sometimes you have the USA have the hottest rapper or the best rapper or the best R&B. We don't have a problem. There are people we won't talk about, but since Beanie Man has been left the music for a while for some reason, which he's still in it but not doing as much, and the younger group, which I don't have any problem with the younger group, they're not putting the music where it used to be at. Where we fight for not just reggae, but to make sure that music, accept around the whole world. There's nothing wrong with people playing music, but it's just not accept certain places. You can't even play on the radio sometimes. So those are stuff we gotta pay attention to. And I'm glad you raised that point because, as I said, I'm a. They said I'm a R&B mix or a reggae mix, and there's nothing wrong with it. But as I said, the music doesn't stand where it was 20 years ago because now it's just a hook. And the way we are demonstrating the music towards women and how they are going about it, I don't want to point any finger. It's we can do better, and I hope that I'm not just here to say we can do better. I hope people will see from my music and from somebody else who do music like me and said, well, we don't have to go that route, you know. And because I've been getting offered to music where people out there 20 years more than me don't get offer and they would feel away, but they can't play your music on Sunday. They can't play it around the kids. They can't play it, on the here. So those are the offer I get because this guy not doing it or this artist not doing it, So hopefully we can change it around, and I'm gonna play a role in that, you know. So I'm gonna say this, and I never do this, and I'm not trying to get any cloud on it. Rand Fallon, he was my father-in-law, and he's a bishop, he's an entrepreneur, and he's a minister. And the first time he heard my song, he told his daughter, like, when are we gonna do a song with your fiance? Because it's no cuss word in the song. It's just based telling you a story about the song and the display of what's going on. Like when I said, "Oh no, no, gonna let me cry like Tyrese. Oh no, no, gonna let me cry like R. Kelly. Leave the kids them, let them stay over never." It's no cussing, it's no F, it's no B. It's just a straight story and what the song debate on. Normally we do a album, but I have to go back through based on how the producers, probably didn't get what should be involved in the song, because we have younger crowds saying, I like your song, but you have to put the F on the C in it because that's where it is. And that's fine, because different market for different people. But we just didn't see it as principle to play in a song and the radio button it out 3-4 times, or we get indicate that it's a nice song, but we can't play it on the radio. So we'll check out some of those raw. And I'm glad you said that, because I did this song called Business First, Maybe Friend Later. Um, and then in the topic of the song, it said, I never write a song with a pen and a paper.
That a Donald Trump policy. And him was that cheap on Milan. Me never write a song with a pen and a paper. If you
I didn't go to school. I don't write song. I just put on a beat and I get familiarized with the beat and put out the song. So that was a good correction right there. I don't write song. I don't it is so much most of the time to write a song, because based on how you write the song, maybe the song go for next year, not because you write it, but just basically, okay, I'm writing because it's this. But sometimes when the song, it's meditate, it's really what taking place around the world. It is different from you just write something and say, this is this, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I saw a song for 20 years play today and it sounds fresh. And I saw Drake did a song a couple of years ago, and the song nobody want to play it. And it's not because I want to point out him. It's just it don't mean anything anymore. Yeah, and you have songs from in the '60s then, and they play it today, and you're like, that's clean. It sounds good, but these songs doesn't last as much as. And we wonder, because 20 years ago people wasn't writing song. It just come from experience, what they're going through, a relationship, a family, a job. That's what was a song was. It's not just take a pen. And there's nothing wrong writing a song, don't get me wrong. But people used to come from real feelings, going through the depression, um, have a bad time on job, family get caught up, stuff like that, because that is from the art. It's not like you just take a pen and say, it's so that's why we're going that route. It's fine, because I think I developed a song couple here about a specific place, and everybody was like, how do you would have a song, whether you're based off of a merchandise or just a song? And the culture come together when you do it from the brand, so most people would be like, I do understand, but as I said, when you coming from the gut, from the depth of it, it's different from we just saying they're not like us, or it could be for it. And I just don't want to point out anybody, but it's way different. And most people said, how do you do this? And I would say to them, like, it's have to come from real, because real, you don't have to try to hack it. It's just real. So that's for my understanding, being around it, because I have artists who do this stuff and they're good for 1 year or for one season, and then they just fade out. And you got people doing this behind, just going on the floor. That's it's for the long run. Yeah. So that's where we're taking it to, and I hope other people cannot just because of me, but can acknowledge that. And I think a lot of people doing it because, like, people used to be signed, and the label wants you to do this, and the label, and then they find out that the label wants you to do this, but then I don't have a career. Right. So I hope that answer for that, because it is way different from what people displaying. Yeah, and I'm glad to explain that. So I lose like almost 400,000 view on VVS Diamond first, because everybody was trying to copy that name at the time. And so the only way I could fix that problem, it was to make sure that instead of put the name uh, VVS Diamond, I change it to Rapper VVS Diamond. And so that's how people could find me, because when I put in VVS Diamond, there was so many people was there saying the name VVS Diamond. Nobody know who was what. And then not only because the name is a brand, is a top diamond, also has that name. So then it was just making too much controversy, right? So we just changed now to Rapper VVS Diamond. And to all my fans and the people who like to see what we're doing, which we know they like to see what we're doing, we definitely want to make sure that you can find us at this place. Is your new artist, Rapper VVS Diamond. We're here and we promise you, as a fan, people who follow us, that we'll do clean music. We'll come out and make sure that we get these things in place for some of the artists who just out there fooling around. And hopefully I can make a change. I don't know what change, but it's going to be clean music, and it's going to be not tearing down each other's, and it's just going to be on the topic of like why we're not making sure that the poorer class taken care of. And so those are some of the stuff we'll sing about. Those are some of the stuff, you know, why bill is over people where people can't pay correct rent and stuff like that. We're not out here just to do a song and make sure people know that we're flex. We can flex. Everybody know that. We don't have to say that. We just want to do something new and different and make sure people follow in the example. And I promise you they will, because I've been calling out artist after artist to do these things. And I know they hear me. They just want to make sure that I said it, and I said it. All right? I'm glad you said this. I want to say this, and I want to take the time to big up Birdman, Nevia for Life. I've seen you go through so much and help people, and I see the response. But I want to say, hopefully people can see the other side from you, because you did create job. You did make sure people, you know, make more than what they would suspect or even understand they would make. And I want to take the time to big up Nikki, for people who want to not just do you, but have your image and still trying to make money off of your image. And I hope we can hold up as an artist, because people expect better from us, you know, as an entrepreneur, artist, a musician. And let's just do this thing, do this for America. Let's just do what we need to do right, you know, because the younger crowd is looking up to us. The kids are just crazy for some reason because of what we rap and what we said. So I hope we can make a change in that here. I promise you guys to hold me to it. It's Rapper VVS Diamond. As I said, I'm a new artist. I stated a YouTube rapper. As I said, we're on SoundCloud, Instagram, TikTok, HiHop Radio, 5050.com, SoundCloud. We're on Cloud. We're on every one of these website and platform. And keep following us and keep checking out what we're doing. We have new songs coming out. We have songs like Cry. We have Draco by Rapper VVS Diamond. We have Business First. We have New Man. We have Flowing. We got so much song, and just keep checking us out, and we definitely will be putting out some newer songs, newer stuff, and hopefully we can get some stuff done at least this year, so we can be in place for some of the things we've been holding back. I see myself will engage my fans and people who follow me from time to time, so you cannot just only hear about me, but you know where to find me. That's it.